Welcome everybody to the third episode of our TRVL Travel Photography Podcast. I am your host, Mr. Greg Snell, and joining me today is Brendan Van Son, co-creator of TRVL and a fellow travel photographer.
Co-creator of TRVL, and I didn't even know we had a podcast.
Yeah, now you know.
Wow.
So this is kind of exciting. I wanted to talk to Brendan about his opinion on what travel photography is, because the last two episodes, as you don't know, we've been talking about like the story of the creator, whoever the guest is, and sort of what their opinion on travel photography is, because it's kind of hard to define. So I think everybody watching this already knows who you are. So let's just jump into how you would define travel photography.
Travel photography is not hard to define.
Okay, go ahead.
Travel photography is the art of making a picture that makes somebody want to travel to that destination or do that activity. Simple.
Okay.
Really simple. The thing that's complicated about travel photography is everybody thinks that it needs to fit a certain mold, like landscape photography, portrait. But travel photography can be any genre of photography, literally anything, as long as the end product makes somebody want to go to that place.
So it's about inspiration.
It's about inspiration, I guess, but inspiration to get out of your house and go do something.
Okay, now I get you. I agree with that completely. How first of all, do you see yourself as a travel photographer, and how do you think you became a travel photographer?
I think I'm the only travel photographer, Greg.
Oh, really? In the world?
In the whole world.
Yeah. So you win all the travel photography awards?
Exactly.
Yeah.
There were awards?
Not really. How do you how do you see yourself as a photographer?
No, so I see myself as a travel photographer. I mean, I am a travel photographer. I think that travel photographers can kind of go into genres within travel photography. You can be like a portrait landscape photographer,
wildlife,
travel photographer, landscape photographer, wildlife photographer, and you can fit that mold into travel, and you can be those genres by itself. You can be a wildlife photographer without having any goal of making somebody travel. You can go to the zoo. A travel photographer makes somebody want to go to India to take photos of tigers. They don't just want to go to the zoo to take pictures of tigers.
No, it's about the experience.
It's about the experience. So for me, the experience has always been number one. I love all kinds of photography. Macro photography all the way to landscape photography. I like everything. And I like to do it in a way that makes people want to travel to do that. The travel for me is number one, the photography is second. So I'm a travel photographer.
And how did you get there? How did you get to this place?
By accident.
What's the story? Hell yeah, man. Tell us the story.
I became a travel photographer because I wanted to travel and I wanted to make money. And my mom always used to say, find out what you love doing and then find a way to make money doing it. So I started as a travel guide like you, tour leader, South America. That was the first way to get out of the house and start making some money. Some money is...
Yeah, $25 a day for me when I started.
You got that much?
Yeah.
I was getting $125 a week.
Okay, I made commissions too off of selling tours, but...
Nobody told me I was allowed to make commissions until the last month of my job, so I was poor. Yeah, it was sad. Anyway, so I was doing this, and then I was journaling and blogging and stuff like that, and some of my relatives were like, hey, this stuff's pretty good, you should start submitting it to magazines. So I did. I started making some money as a travel writer, and then eventually a lot of the magazines were like, hey, your writing's good, but your photos are crap. We need better photos. So then I really kind of started deep diving into trying to learn photography, trying to figure out how to take good pictures that inspire people, that kind of tell the story that my stories were telling. And then I just got addicted to photography and shifted.
Interesting. And when did you start going it alone? Because I know you had Brendan's Adventures. I know you were writing for the Toronto Star. I know you started your freelance business quite a long time ago. Tell me about that transition from being a tour leader into Brendan's Adventures.
I was a tour leader. I can't remember what year it was.
Probably around 2007 or 8 or something?
2007. 2008 I graduated, so it would have been 2008 I left home.
Yeah, because I started tour leading in 2010.
Yeah.
And we were around the same time, so you would have been maybe 2011?
2008 I started tour leading.
Right, okay.
And so I did that for a year.
So when did you make the transition?
After that year. I had a girlfriend in Peru. I lived at her house, and I hermit lifed for 3 months, just travel writing and working and stuff like that, trying to make that transition. I eventually got kicked out of her house, and I was forced to go out on my own and traveled. So I would have been about the summer of 2009, I went out on my own.
And have you still been running your own business since then?
Yes. So in 2009, I had my blog, but I was also doing some social media work. And when you start as a travel photographer, you need side businesses. And so I was social media writing. I had a magazine at one point. I've done a lot of different things just to try to make money.
Do you remember the Income Octopus?
Yeah.
On your first, was that called is that Brendan Vanson's YouTube, or was that the one before that? Didn't you have one before this one?
That was this YouTube.
No, the channel you had before. What was that?
That was, it's embarrassing. It was called It's My Life 365.
Okay.
I was vlogging kind of before daily vlogs were like a thing.
Yeah.
But I was really bad at it.
I actually remember I found you around that time because G Adventures had the Wanderers in Residence program, and you were on the short list of people of interest.
Yeah.
And that's when I started following you online.
I think it was 2010 that I started that channel.
Oh, It's My Life 365?
Yeah, or maybe even 2011.
I'm not going to put it in this video, by the way.
Yeah.
You guys can try and find it. Is it possible that?
Oh yeah, it's still there.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious. Awesome. Oh, we got a guest here running through the podcast. Yeah, you're already there, bud. Go for it. Go.
No worries.
We are in a restaurant in Bolivia, so expect a possible interruption. But anyway, let's go back to it. So you have It's My Life 365. I remember you had something around 10,000 subscribers.
Yeah, I don't think it was that much. It was maybe 5.
Okay,
Yeah.
still something significant. And then did you scrap it and start from
because I'm an
scratch?
idiot. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the reason.
All right, tell us
Bad
about that.
advice. So when I was doing It's My Life 365, and I was finding it hard to keep up with the channel, and it was actually growing really well. But I decided I wanted to shift and focus on photography. And so when I did that shift to photography, I asked people, should I keep the channel or should I start a new one? And everybody told me that I should just start a new one, which was terrible advice. And so I started a new one, and I started totally from scratch.
Right, like years later, after already having a relatively good YouTube
I think I had that channel for a year.
Okay.
And I like you said, I was at 5,000, maybe even up to 10,000, somewhere in that window. And I just basically dropped that all. I had no concept of how hard it was to get 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. Those first 10,000 are your hardest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then it's like it almost doubles after that. It's like exponential. And so it was just stupid.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Brendan Vanson, travel photographer. You know, you're inspiring people to travel. We are actually very similar in that sense that it's travel first, photography second. Photography is a great bonus to an incredible travel experience. So tell me a little bit more about like how you still inspire people, or what inspired you to travel. I mean, you've been to over 100 countries. You're still going 15 years later. What keeps you moving, man? What's your inspiration?
I have no idea. I don't know what keeps me moving, but I know that every time I go somewhere new, it's exciting. Mm-hmm. And it's not like I'm chasing a drug or something like that. I just like exploring, and I definitely feel more myself when I'm out exploring. I've always loved the idea that I'm a normal dude. I firmly believe I'm the most average person on the planet. Like, I'm average height. Some would say below average look, but I would say I'm average.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're the most average person on the planet, but you're the only travel photographer?
Exactly. So this is what I love. I love that I'm an average person, average IQ, average looks, average upbringing, average everything, and that I've done pretty unaverage things. And I like that I'm able to inspire people that maybe feel average or not so special to go out and do unaverage things. That's what kind of pushes me, is like that I can push other people to go do things. I can push other people to get out of their house and see what the world's like.
Yeah.
You and I have seen the world. We know it's a good place. You and I have both seen how wonderful people are and how nice people are. People at home are kind of scared of the world, and they're kind of scared of people. And we know that people aren't to be feared, that it's an amazing thing to go out and experience the world and see people. I want people to get out of their houses so they can learn that, so they can start living like more positive life, or having a more positive outlook on life.
Yeah, and being more open to other cultures, languages, experiences.
I should say a more positive outlook on the world, not on life.
Yeah, as a whole, as like the human race interacting with one another. Of course, I want to hear what you guys think about your explanation of travel photography, your definition, because it is quite broad. I think for me, I'm looking at a mix of landscape, wildlife, and culture. That's how I personally feel about travel photography, and that's what inspires me to travel, is to see the sights, to see the wild animals and maybe wild people that are living there, and try and integrate into that culture as best I can. You know, and if I'm doing that with other people, even better. So what's the future hold for you? I know you started the cafe in Lagos. You live in Portugal now. I mean, give people like an overview maybe of the last 5 years and where you hope to go in the next 5 years.
Honestly, like, I don't know. I like to not make goals.
Well, the last 5 years then, how about that?
Like where have
you
I
guys landed in Portugal post-pandemic.
Yeah, so I like just started a coffee shop because I was depressed and I needed something to do.
During the pandemic.
Yeah, it was like I was just playing video games nonstop and I was like, I can't travel in video games, so I need to do something. So I started a coffee shop. And that business kind of snowballed and has taken some of my time, but I'm trying to kind of push that on to other people and get refocused on the travel and photography side. But I'm really also loving the entrepreneurial stuff. I love building things. I think that a lot of creators are builders by nature. We love building things. We like making things grow. I have a garden. I love watching that thing grow. And so I would like to, at some point in the future, hopefully if I have money, once again, that would be cool. I'd like to be able to start like investing as an entrepreneur into different products, different apps or things like that other people are doing that I think is cool. That's kind of where I'd like to see my life go.
That's fantastic, man. Really, really cool. Yeah, I think between like the bubble tea, the roastery, the 2 cafes, 3 cafes now, this business, TRVL, obviously Brendan's Adventures is still running. Like, you're a man wearing many hats, and I think you're juggling it pretty well.
I think the thing I'd like to do is stop wearing so many hats.
Okay,
and what I would like to do is start empowering other people to wear the hat. Mm-hmm. I like running the businesses and I like doing all of that stuff, but I want to be able to just kind of step back and help, like, give people a push that need a push to do something really cool. And not be hands off. Be like, this is my investment in your really great idea. Go crazy. I'll be here to advise you and help you along the way.
It sounds like the inspiration piece again, like where we went back to the beginning of this podcast episode. That's my key takeaway from this conversation, is that it's all about inspiration. Try to get people to look outside of their own bubble and see what they can do, and you offering your advice or help to see that happen, which is very cool.
Yeah, I also should say money has never been a goal of mine, ever. Like, we had a conversation the other day about like, what's your goal in the future? I don't care about money. Of course, I want enough money that I'm happy and not stressed out about my life.
Yeah, that was for TRVL, by the way.
Yeah, but I don't care if these entrepreneurial activities make me money. Mm-hmm. I want to be able to inspire people and feel like I'm doing a good thing.
Yeah, whereas I want to make enough money to be able to buy shit.
Yeah.
Like a house.
Can you buy me shit?
No. Well, but let's leave it at that. Our 3rd episode, trying to keep these relatively short. Mr. Brendan Van Son, thank you for being a guest. Props from here in Bolivia. Hope you guys liked the episode. I think we'll come up with another one in a couple weeks' time with another special guest, so stay tuned for that. And if you haven't checked out the website of trvltravelphotography.com, be sure to check that out. We'll link it in the description below, because we got some pretty cool places that we're going to.
So cool, too. We have a podcast.
We do now. Yes. Hosted by me.
Yes, I love it.
Wearing the hat.
Let's go.
All right, guys. See you in the next video. Bye.
Peace.